JRDA, which is Junior Rocket Design Agency, was developed by Dr. Jomo Mutegi, a science educator at IUPUI School of Ed, and myself last year. And what JRDA is a 4-week summer enrichment camp. They complete a role-play based curriculum that allows them to explore rocket science. The students that are in our camp come from the community centers. We're at 6 different community centers, and they either self-select to be in our program or they're selected there because of their age group.
3, 2.
Everything that we've been building up to so far to today has been preparing our young cadets for launch sequences. So we've had them addressing us as Mr. and Mrs., Mr. Mott and Miss Smith, and basically addressing us as if they're employees of the Junior Rocket Design Agency.
So they're given the kit and the instructions. At each site, the instructors may actually conduct that part of the unit, the actual curriculum, a different way. But they're given the kit, the unit builds it, they decorate it, they name it. So each unit, which is about usually 4 to 5 students, will have 2 rockets that they build.
The first one was Alpha 3.
Burns up. But that one's gonna mostly go higher. Okay, what's the But that one was plastic. Okay, what do I do? Okay, I forget what to do with Alpha 3. What do I do with that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so we should have Launch 1 and Alpha 3 and our
They
time.
do a lot of exploration with aerodynamics. With the mathematics, as you saw today, when they collect the data, they use the altitude finder. What they're doing now in the classroom, the cadets are figuring out the height. So they're using geometry. We also want to increase their problem-solving skills, so they're doing a lot of problem-solving. As Mr. Mott said, the teamwork, but it does integrate a lot within the curriculum. So they're not just, it's not your typical day in the science classroom.
They'll compare the data and decide whether there was an engine that was more efficient for that rocket, because each rocket will launch both engines. So they'll decide if a certain engine went with a certain rocket better or one was more efficient. And then they'll use that same information and they'll do a scale-up model, and they'll try to figure out if they use a similar engine or a nicer engine, would that scale-up model, which the larger rocket would be, would it go higher or would it go the same, and what would make it fly?
So we want them to see that science in math is more than just knowing the chemicals, as you stated, or in math just knowing how to add 2 numbers together. So I think at this age, if we can really help them to see the relevance of math and science, how important it is, and they're having fun while they do it. Also, we talk with our instructors, and we set up the curriculum in a way that they're being challenged. So they're really having to, in some cases, struggle through in a good way with the materials that they have. There is one story that was in particular from last summer. There was a student at one of our sites who came in. He didn't want to be there. Within a week, he went home. He built his own rocket. He launched that rocket and came back and shared that with the class. So he went from I don't want to be here to taking ownership, getting the materials together, building his rocket. He used bottle rockets to launch it off, and coming back and sharing that with the other cadets. So we want this to be an experience that they can look back as a senior or they may be even in college and say, okay, you know, the time that I was in this camp really impacted the rest of my life, and that's really what we're wanting to do with these cadets.